Today we have Ali Raza Haji Hussaini, the Deputy Bureau Chief of CNN Abu Dhabi and Director of CNN Academy. Thank you and welcome to City 1016 interview where we do this online on Zoom, and you're very kind to join us and tell us about the Academy, because the most coveted brand name when it comes to journalism is CNN. You know, as a little girl, I remember watching it, and that used to be our prime time news. And we would believe and we know it comes from the legit source. So, when you have to
Right.
bring such a huge brand to the Middle East, to the UAE, and open an academy to diversified students, I must say, people from different cultures, different parts of the world, different walks of life come to the UAE. What are we catering to? What are we looking at when we say CNN Academy has opened?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me, Pavitra, and it's great to be here with you and your listeners. And yeah, CNN Academy is just this amazing sort of project that we have at CNN. It really builds upon a legacy that was established and a tradition that was sort of put forward by CNN's founder, Ted Turner. And our entire focus is about empowering and upskilling the next generation of journalists and storytellers. And that's a word that we focus a lot on at CNN Academy: storytellers, storytelling, because we believe that all humans are innately, born with this ability to tell stories, to think in stories, to communicate with one another in stories, and to build identity, using stories, national stories, personal stories, community stories. And what we're trying to do at CNN Academy is really empower that next generation of storytellers from all walks of life, from all different backgrounds, to come in and learn from us our best practices, and how we put engaging stories in front of a global audience and ensure that what we're trying to do and the stories that we're telling from all around the world resonates with our viewers. And as you say, CNN for decades has been the gold standard of journalism. And it's just events these past couple of days have once again reminded us about the need for having a legitimate, authentic source of information out there in the world that can tell you what's going on and help you make sense of the world that you're living in. And CNN Academy taps into that and builds upon that.
Absolutely. And coming from a journalist point of view, or I've been a journalist student as well. So when I've studied that, the only focus was back then to be legitimate, like you said, to be a great storyteller, tell the people the truth. There's a lot of journalism ethics that we need to follow. But we do see that in many places these days, that's not really gone by the rule book. People, of course, make their own stories. It's adulterated. We don't know who to believe. And that's where CNN comes in, which is why they built the legacy for so long. So tell us about the CNN Academy in Abu Dhabi, and how can I qualify to join the Academy? How can I get started? How do I enroll with the CNN Academy?
Yeah, absolutely. What you're saying is very important, really. We're living in a golden age of information where a lot of people have a lot of access to a lot of information, and thanks to digital transformation, the barriers to content production have gone away. That means that anyone, anywhere, can pick up their phone and they could shoot something and they could record something and they could post it on social media and they could do citizen journalism. That's good, but also the flip side of that is that how do you ensure that what people are doing there is actually verified, actually goes to the robust checks and balances that organizations and outlets such as us here at CNN have to abide by. So CNN Academy Abu Dhabi, this is the fourth cohort. What we do is every September, we run a program. It's a 12-week program. It starts in September and it ends in December. It's open to UAE residents and nationals. You have to be 21 years and over, and you have to apply via a portal that's supported by our partners in Abu Dhabi, the Creative Media Authority. So if you just Google CNN Academy Abu Dhabi, the link from the Creative Media Authority is going to come up.
Yeah.
The application deadline is actually this Sunday, July 28th. So if you are interested, head over there and apply immediately. This year, we are focusing on the transformational impact of artificial intelligence and AI when it comes to storytelling, when it comes to news gathering, news verification. So you mentioned ethics. Every single CNN Academy program that we do starts with a conversation on ethics and about ethics in journalism, because what we do and how we do it is different to, as we mentioned, how maybe others are doing it. And the cornerstone of that, the pillar of that is ethics. So we start with a conversation on ethics. That's week one. And then over the course of the sort of 11 weeks after that, every week we have a theme, we have a topic. The students go ahead of the Friday in-person sessions that take place at the YAS Creative Hub space that we have in Abu Dhabi, thanks to the Creative Media Authority and Creative Lab partners up there, state-of-the-art facility. Before you come for that in-person workshop, you go on the CNN Academy Hub, which is our e-learning platform, and you take courses from CNNers all around the world. We've sat them down and we have taken all their knowledge and we have put it together into a academic course. You go, you take that course, you learn about that topic of the week, and then you come in for in-person workshops and talks with CNN talent on and off air. And we're blessed to have the support of the likes of the CNN legend, that's Becky Anderson. She's the managing editor in Abu Dhabi and also anchor of Connect the World with Becky Anderson, and other CNNers from around the world who sort of plug in and help you understand. So that's your journey for the first 11 weeks of the program. And then the final week of the program is where it gets really, really, really exciting, because what happens in that final week, that capstone week, is we bring students from all around the world. So you have around 30 students, participants who join us in Abu Dhabi, and this is going to be our fourth cohort. So we're looking for 30 smart, engaged, passionate storytellers who also have an interest in AI to join us in Abu Dhabi. But come December 10th, from December 10th to December 17th, they're going to join their peers from around the world for the third annual CNN Academy Newsroom Simulation. And what happens during the simulation is you get deployed by GNN, not to be confused with CNN, to a fictional country. And as teams of reporters, you have to, over the course of a week, you have to uncover what is the story, what are the angles, how do we make the story resonate with the global audience? And obviously this year, the theme is AI. So you're going to be faced with challenges posed to you by AI, by deep fakes, and you have to figure out, how do you verify it? How do you use your skills and all the things that we teach you in the first 11 weeks to navigate this really interesting and intensive journey? And, at the end of the week, one of the teams is going to come up top because they're going to be able to produce and put forward a story that's most engaging and most comprehensive when it comes to the story that was unfolding. But everyone who goes through this program walks away with tangible skills that they can walk into any newsroom anywhere in the world, be it your newsroom there in Dubai or Kuala Lumpur or Delhi or Dublin, anywhere, and they could say, listen, I've done this, these are the skills that I have, this is what I can show for it, give me a job, let me get at it.
I'm asking you, why go anywhere else when you already have a brand like CNN? You could be on the job right after you graduate from the academy, right? I mean, that's your biggest flex, like you say. And also, I mean, talking about the transition that you guys have seen, right, from analog to digital to now AI, which is, we're still exploring. There's a lot more to do. There's ChatGPT, of course, that's helping you with scripting these days. Who would have thought? But again, I feel like there's a lot of humor intervention that's still important, because I feel it comes from the places, it comes from straight from the horse's mouth, like you said, how important it is to have practical classes after you've learned the ethics, and then you go out there, you learned on the job. So that's amazing. So my question is, do you need a prior experience in media to be a part of the academy? What's the background check? apart from being
Sorry.
21 and above?
No, so we don't look for prior experience when it comes to applying for the program.
Okay.
Or is a genuine passion for storytelling. The application that we use is actually pretty innovative because the questions that we ask you are in video format, and you
Okay.
have to submit your answers in video format. So already we can filter out who's really passionate about this, who's confident, who wants to sort of join this program, and who thinks that
Yeah.
this program is going to have a tangible impact. You need to be passionate about storytelling and show us that you're passionate about storytelling. And obviously, you need to have an interest in what's going on in the AI world.
Oh, that's great. So there you go. This is exactly what we need to do. It's amazing stuff. Honestly, I feel like I should also apply and then join and do a little
You should join us. You
crash
don't need to
course.
apply. You should join
Yeah,
you,
why
and you
not?
should come check out the simulation. Maybe we can give you a
Absolutely.
role to play during the simulation.
I would love to do it. Thank you so much, Ali Reza, for telling us what this is all about, and we're really inquisitive to know more. But if you need to know more about the CNN Academy in Abu Dhabi, there is a website that you mentioned, which is of course the cnnpressroom.blogs. Is that the one?
Well, you could head over to academy.cnn.com, and you can then go to the Abu Dhabi landing page. Alternatively, you can go to cma.gov.ae/CNN-academy, where you can apply directly. And thanks again to our partners, Creative Media Authority in Abu Dhabi, Creative Lab in Abu Dhabi, and you'll go through the application process. You only have a couple of days left to apply. Deadline is July 28th. We will be making decisions very quickly, and the program will start in September.
Thank you so much for telling us so much about the CNN Academy in Abu Dhabi. And we're really looking forward to it. There's so many people who come in here as interns and they really want to take up journalism seriously. And this is the right place to go. Thank you for bringing this to the Middle East. And it's such a great opening for a lot of youngsters today. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, and thank you for giving us the opportunity. Thank you so much.